Hey YouTube, ProTo here, another episode of Destiny Tips, Tricks, and Life Hacks. So in today's episode I'm talking about the faction rallies and the fastest way to rank up your specific faction. So in the first faction rally, there was a relatively quick farming method that involved destroying caches in lost sectors, but I found myself farming the public events instead because mainly of the additional rewards that you were getting, like the blue items, the legendary items, and potentially the exotics. But this time around, there's actually a decreased number of tokens you get from public events. They went down from 8 to 5. So I found myself using this new lost sector method, and it's by far faster and more efficient. So to do this new farm method, you're going to have to go to the EDZ, and it's in the Winding Cove. You're going to want to go onto the Winding Cove. It's the bottom left fast travel point you want to go to. You want to go onto the Weep Lost Sector. It's actually the Lost Sector right ahead of you when you zone into the Winding Cove. You're going to want to clear it like normal. You're going to want to go through, kill all enemies, and loot the chest at the very end. And there is a path to exit the Lost Sector directly above the chest that you loot. But instead of completely exiting the Lost Sector, as soon as you load in the Winding Cove area, as soon as you get the text in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen for the Winding Cove, you're going to want to turn around, drop back down, and go to the chest again. It will actually be there, it'll be closed, and you'll be able to re-loot it. You're not going to get any of the blue items, but you will be able to get the 3 tokens you get when you loot Lost Sector chests. So all you pretty much have to do is repeat this process. Go back down, loot the chest, go back up, load in the Winding Cove area, and drop back down and re-loot the chest. That's pretty much the process you need to just do over and over and over, and it's a very, very efficient means. So I did do some additional testing, and they did say that when you're in a fire team, looting chests not only gives you the tokens, but also gives your fire team members the tokens. And that made me think if it would be extremely efficient to have multiple people in a fire team doing a farm and potentially getting a lot of people a lot of tokens very, very quickly. I found some issues with doing that, and it only works for the first time you loot the chest. Any subsequent times you loot the chest using the fast farming method, you have to loot it for yourself. It doesn't actually get you the tokens for your fire team members. And on top of that, having multiple people running this route allows for a lot of collision, a lot of bumping, which can really significantly lower your efficiency when it comes to looting this chest. So it's best just to do it by yourself, to be perfectly honest. So finally, how efficient is this method? I never actually ran the prior Lost Sector method, so I don't really know how efficient it was, but using this with an unoptimized loadout, just the loadout had at the time, so a 3 mobility Warlock, I was able to loot the chest every 19 to 20 seconds, potentially dropping down to 18 seconds if I had a nearly ideal run. So with an optimized loadout, however, this was with an 8 mobility Warlock with Mida, I was able to loot the chest every 18 to 19 seconds with a perfect run going down to 17 seconds. So unoptimized, you could get 3 ranks in just over an hour, about an hour, 6 minutes, hour and 10 minutes or so. And with an optimized loadout, you get 30 ranks in about an hour perfectly if you get about 18-second runs every single time. Now, this is with a Warlock, and Warlocks are known for having bad jumps and not being the best character when it comes to movement. So if you're on a Titan or better yet a Hunter, you can severely or significantly lower this time and probably get your 30 ranks in about, I don't know, 50 minutes, 55 minutes or so. So it's a very, very efficient means of getting your ranks. So 30 ranks, only about an hour. It is pretty grindy, it is pretty tedious to just be running around. It's just jumping simulator, but 30 ranks in over or just about an hour is very, very efficient. So, and that's that, guys. It's simple as that. I hope this tip really helped you out, get those factions ranked up. That's all I have today for you guys. Talk to you guys later, and see you, YouTube.